Welcome everybody to the 8s. There are 3 of us and 8 things we're going to tell you this week on our show. The first thing that's important to say before we talk about what's on Nick's mind is Emily lied to us again. Emily said a week ago that she would also be mic'd up for this week's episode. She did not put in the effort to do it, and we are disappointed. Sorry, but, however, in preview of next Friday's IFE live from New York City, This is Saturday night 8. I couldn't do it. We'll be filming live from the couch, and our own Emily will be there. We will have printed 8.5 by 11 headshots of Emily for her to sign to you. But sign, she doesn't use a pen, she uses her hands, because that's how she talks to us when she's back there. Welcome to the show, Sean.
Thank you. No games?
There is a game this week.
Dang it. I thought we're not going to have them.
Every week.
No, we've eliminated games at the request of Philippe Schramm. They're gone. We've replaced it with what's on Nick's mind. So what's on Nick's mind this week is what's on Sean's mind this week. So Nick's mind, ding. Sean's mind, go. What's on your mind this week?
What's on my mind this week?
About franchising.
About franchising. I
feel like we
think
should have opened that up just in general. What's on his mind?
that could have been interesting. I think that it's almost time for the IFE to go to New York, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of friends in the industry. That's what's on my mind.
You know what? I'm going to give that a thumbs down, because this is a moment of you to present something powerful to our audience. This is
That was the best way that it could have been.
welcome back to our show.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
During our break, Sean, did you come up with anything else you would like to share with our wonderful...
I've got a lot of things I'd like to share about franchising.
Let's hear it.
This is the 8. We got to keep it moving.
Great. 1, Fran Leberty.
Fantastic, but we pretty much already did the fantastic.
What's fantastic? This?
Yeah, this for sure. No, that we're going to be at IFE, so we're at booth 723 if you want to stop by.
Are we playing our teaser?
We should.
We should. We're live right now. Hey, Facebook.
We're pushing on Boston.
We're live right now.
All right.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 8. You may be wondering what we're doing this week for a game. Well,
I can't even guess.
Go ahead and open it.
I'm afraid. It is food.
Oh, wow! You came in strong.
It's because I don't know what I'm doing.
Back by popular demand is baseball trivia.
Super. I get to. Is this the new game that we're going to play
no
every week? Just
trivia.
embarrass me. Have a lamp. Sorry.
I
don't know why that's so funny to
your
me.
Lamp? Cuddle Party, which has been around for 15 years, in which a group of adults lie together on the floor and snuggle.
No.
There is no affection beyond innocent spooning permitted.
No.
That is a franchise.
Stop.
This is the 8. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Yeah.
All right, I may give Emily a hard time on here, but she did an amazing job on that teaser. Way to go.
Yay.
What's next?
Fran Leberty.
Fran Leberty. And wait.
Is it dang at the bottom?
Yeah. But before we go into Fran Leberty, for the rest of the show,
Yes.
Sean's now watched this show. This is our 4th year of filming it. 4 years of filming it. It used to be the Weekly Sizzle.
Yeah.
And then it was
It was the 8, but just in a different format.
8, and then it was 8.2.
Yeah.
2.8. 8.2. Let's see if Sean can finish out the order of
how we go.
the 8s.
I like it.
All right, so Fran Leberty.
All right, our Fran Leberty this week, switching things.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Like the order. Well, you'll get there.
All right.
So we're switching things up. Our Fran Leberty this week is actually an SEO consultant, Jim Milan. We so that Sean can't cheat. We spoke to him about the top 5 things that brands should be doing, franchise brands should be doing with their SEO strategies in order to be growing their organic audience. So it's a great article, something a little bit different, but really important.
Way to go.
Cool.
What's next, Sean?
The next is Fran Funny.
Go ahead.
Well, first, I feel like I always have to ask, do you have a joke that you'd like to share? Otherwise, I do have one prepared.
No, I don't have one prepared.
Okay.
For the record, she's scrolling down and said Fran Funny, which actually comes second to last.
Oh, that's right.
Third to last.
I thought you wanted me to start from the bottom, so I worked my way up.
We're going over.
Truth be told, I probably would do horrible at this anyway.
It's Fran. So what was the first part? Fran what?
Fantastic.
The next one is
Fran Liberty.
Liberty.
We
We just did it.
So now we're on the third one,
Yes.
which is Fran or enemy? Fran
No,
enemies.
that's the last one.
Fantastic. Fran Money.
Fran
Fresh
Money.
money.
Fresh money.
Fran Money. Fran Money was on the show called The Nanny.
Fran Money, that's good.
I like Fran money.
Fran Drescher.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
All right, so something we talk about a lot on the 8 is the importance of technology in order to be able to make said fresh money or Fran money. So we rounded up 5 ways the tech can be, the tech is revolutionizing the industry from KPI tracking to mobile apps and everything in between. So check it out if you want to see what trends you should be staying on top of.
Great article.
All right, what's next?
The next would be, did I say it yet?
No.
Give me a little clue.
It's Nick every week.
Oh, Frant.
Yes.
Ooh. Ding. Point for Sean.
So this week,
Was he
What
Frant?
did I write about?
it was about how obviously the biggest question is how do I get more leads? So you broke down if you were running a franchise company, what you would be doing in terms of lead generation and how that would come into play with budgets.
I apologize. The opinions of our columnists are not necessarily the opinions of our franchisors. So if you're offended by that column, don't read it. Just kidding.
That's solid advice.
What do you think? Do you think the pulse of our franchisors are talking about leads?
They're talking about leads, but I think the conversation needs to be expanded to how do you drive impressions and traffic to your website that leads to leads. I think for so long in franchising, it's always been how do I get leads, and it's becoming more and more challenging. So now the question is how do I get the right people looking at my concept? And I think the best measurement of that is looking at your traffic on your website and putting in strategies to drive the right audience to your website and to make sure your website is compelling enough that they want to engage with your brand. But there's all other tactics there that you need to be doing. We talked about SEO, remarketing, and having good content, whether it's on the site, off the site, video, whatever that is.
If you want advice, you can reach Sean at nolimitagency.com. Or if you go onto Craigslist, you may find a free PlayStation 4 for Sean.
Do I want to ask why that is? Probably not.
No,
Sean
you
was
don't.
pranked by
Oh.
a friend who put up free PlayStation 4, call immediately.
Yeah.
And then they
It
called
worked.
immediately.
But they
Right.
knew that you were going to see it. Did they send it to you?
No, I got a lot of calls and texts.
Late at night. Misconnections.
There's a lot of disappointed people when they found out it wasn't real.
What comes after Frant?
Frant would be
We're moving.
forward. French forward.
Yes. Nailed it.
got
So there
this.
was
Got this.
there's an article in Forbes recently talking about how international expansion doesn't have to be limited to just the large brands. If you're a smaller brand in a market where in the U.S. it's extremely competitive, as long as you're bringing working capital and a strong brand and a strong corporate team to the table, international expansion can be possible even for emerging concepts.
Yeah, early on at No Limit, we were helping Wing Zone, which is based out of Atlanta, with their international development. It was interesting. It was a brand that had about 100 locations, so maybe not necessarily from a perception standpoint poised for international growth, but they actually use it as a way to cash flow the business and protect all the investment that they put in domestically. Because when you're selling internationally, you're receiving large deposits that can create a lot of cash for the business. Now, the reverse is that there are a lot of legal fees that are involved, and sometimes collecting royalties or maintaining the growth of that agreement can get a little cloudy. But for emerging brands, it's great, especially if you have a product that showcases a point of differentiation that an international community would be impressed with.
My only comment is just make sure your operations, your support mechanisms are tight, because when you take it to an international level, trying to support it from that level, or having the support processes in place that a master franchisee in another country can then take it and run with it. So make sure you have that. Make sure you're a proven franchisor.
Completely agree with you. It blew my mind how many small brands sold. Like, I sold Dubai. Like, you have one location. Huh? They're like, I sold all of Dubai. Dubai.
That's a good way to end it.
That was. We should just be done. Like, there's nothing else that comes after.
What comes next?
You've said this one already.
Fran Funny.
Yes.
And I just gave one.
Yeah.
I would
Dubai.
not say that was a Fran Funny.
Dubai.
That's better than this. My dad
you
joke
keep
that I have
laughing.
every week.
I like dad jokes.
All right. What do you call having your grandma on speed dial? Instagram.
Oh, I like that one.
I love that.
I
Emily,
need you to
Emily,
appreciate
can you
it.
do us a favor? Can you create a sound bite that we use anytime someone tells a joke? And Sean just going, I love that.
Oh, I like that one. I love every dad
We
joke.
need that to be a sound bite.
Yeah.
The dumber it is, the more I like it.
And
Oh, I like that one.
Next.
You haven't said this one yet.
Okay.
This is kind of underneath your arms.
I weirdly know exactly what you're going for.
Underneath your arms.
Yeah.
Fran pits?
Fran pits. Jesse, hit us with the Fran pit operation.
Oh, that was close.
The inspiration comes from a avid 8 viewer. Hi, Scott Thompson. How are you doing?
Hi, Scott Thompson.
Hi, Scott.
In a feature that's up in 1851, recently said the idea that more leads equal more deals is an old way of thinking that some franchisors can't shake. That philosophy falls victim to the law of diminishing returns.
Oh, I like that one.
Okay.
Great article, by the way.
That was a quote.
In an article.
In an article that I read, which I agree with, in the fact that I think we talked about earlier. It's you got to look at beyond the traditional metrics and how people are researching and looking at franchise opportunities today. It's just you constantly hear it that I need more leads. I need more leads. And it's really not about just leads. It's about quality leads and what drivers are there that are getting people to your site that end up becoming leads. And
Tigers.
That you focus on that.
Drivers.
I don't know where.
Tigers. Drivers. Tigers. Driver.
How do you get tigers out of drivers?
Tiger Woods.
Golf? Yeah.
Oh.
Yes! Come on!
I don't know.
That's bad on me. That is bad on me.
Yes!
Scared that I'm
That
like
is bad
starting to
on
get
us.
the logic.
Sports.
That's
Sports
bad.
ball.
I should have known that. Can't believe I haven't said that.
All right.
All right.
Fran
The last
or
one.
Franemy.
Friends or frenemies?
It's a friend. Okay,
All right.
so consumers and prospective franchisees within that group have made a new friend. So Facebook Stories, which was launched to compete with Snap Stories, or Instagram obviously has the tool as well. So launched 14 months ago and now has 150 million daily active users. So it's a lot of people viewing that content. Facebook is now going to be seeing how they can incorporate ads into those stories, if they can do it as seamlessly within a feed. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see, but
Good PR. Because technically they own Instagram.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Technically, most of those stories are integrated with Instagram. So technically, the users are
It's
actually
just-
from Instagram, not Facebook. So good PR, Facebook. Franemy.
I never watch Facebook stories, so they're
Neither do
apparently
I.
not my friend. Yeah.
Any parting thoughts before you see people at IFE next week?
Have a great week. End.
Travel safely. See you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
That's it.